covering all of Western New York. This is News 4, your local news leader.
A group of people is stepping up to protect Birdsong Park in the town of Orchard Park. They're asking for officials to scrap a plan to kill wildlife there and to invest money into that property.
To tell us more about Friends of Birdsong Park, we're joined by Julie Wetlaufer. Julie, thank you so much for speaking with us this afternoon.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about the concerns surrounding Birdsong Park that led to the creation of this group.
So Birdsong Park has a lot of nature trails, boardwalks that have been sort of neglected for the last 10 to 15 years. There's been some flooding in the park, and it was determined that the flooding is all the fault of the beavers. So the town voted to pass an ordinance to trap and kill the beavers in a very, very cruel method, which is a drown trap, which basically holds them under the water until they drown, which we think is absolutely barbaric. If they're going to have to kill them, then there's a lot more ways that are more humane than that. That's just unacceptable to us. So once the citizens found out, we sort of really had a swelling of interest to try to coexist in this issue. Beavers are considered a keystone of that whole group that keeps animals and plants and birds and everything in the park. So if they kill the beavers with these drown traps, then one of two things happens. Either more beavers move in, or the park becomes defunct, and then the waterland disperses, and then all of the species that are there leave.
Julie, I'm kind of curious. You had mentioned in your note that this area was sort of an existing wetlands before some of the nearby development. Is that the case? Did I read that correctly?
Yes, so it's an existing wetland. So
do you believe, or perhaps the group, that there are other contributors to the wetness or perhaps some of the flooding or low-level flooding in that area outside the influence of the beavers?
Absolutely. It's a place that helps filter water when there's a lot of rain like we've had lately. It's a big pond area, and it helps downstream to let the water flow more slowly because it's a big flat area. It's a big marsh. I mean, it's been that way for hundreds of years.
So you mentioned
there's a lot of...
You go ahead.
There's a lot of ways, very, very simple, cost-effective ways that have been well-researched. And that's what our coalition of concerned citizens is trying to do. Get the town to recognize that there's water flow devices that are very easy to install. There are grants available. We're trying to work through this, but we're being given a very, very short, limited time span. So we're very concerned.
Friends of Birdsong Park, I know you guys also noted communication. Whose responsibility of maintaining the park? Is it solely the towns, or is the village also involved?
Well, different parks are in different spots of the town or village, and that who is responsible. This park happens to be located within the town confines, so the town is responsible for determining what happens. Of note, the village has killed downstream in the drown traps at least 4 beavers, but that is outside of the town. It is in the village, so it's 2 separate entities.
Julie, what are officials telling you guys as you're taking your concerns to them? Either have new ideas for how to alleviate some of the flooding, or to humanely or more humanely get rid of the wildlife in that area. What are the responses like from Town of Orchard Park officials?
So we were told at the meeting that we went to in November that they would halt until they explored other options with us, working with them. However, the person that we were working with is now out of town until January 1st, and we have been given no direction from the town despite emails. I showed up at a town meeting last week. I was not allowed to speak because it was a working meeting. So they say that they're interested, but show me, please.
All right, Julie, before we let you go, if people want to maybe learn more about the group, sit in on some meetings, how can they do so?
So next Wednesday, there is a town board meeting in Orchard Park where we would have an opportunity to discuss old news. We also have created a Friends of Birdsong Facebook group, and also an email address, opcoexistence@gmail.com, if people are interested.
All right. Julie, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck with this project.